Welcome to our wonderful and amazing community. Pray your day is going positively well. Release, releasing, released control. Depends on, we would like to say we've already released, present tense, control. And we are focusing on ourself. We focus on our inner world. We focus on the good. Inwardly and outwardly, we focus on the good within ourselves. And when we're on the outside, we also make sure that we are focusing on the good. We focus on good and loving scenarios. Good and loving scenarios. Focus on the good and loving scenarios. You know, put it into practice. Put it into practice to notice when things are going your way. Give gratitude. Give gratitude. I'm gonna give some examples of positive thinking, right? And that you can also give positive thinking for other people. You can do it yourself for others. And I'm gonna give you an example of a few. Well, there's one. My daughter, she went to T-Mobile like a good handful of times, 2 or 3 times, and they could not fix the issue that she was having on her phone, which was like, I think it was like iMessages or something like that. So she had ported her phone number over to T-Mobile. So she had, and that's going to be important because you'll see why. So we went to T-Mobile a good couple of times, and they could not fix the issue. Why? I feel like they should be able to, because they are selling the product. They should be able to fix the issue, and that's just my type of thinking. Well, they ended up saying, because there's not an Apple store here where we live, and so they ended up telling us to go to Best Buy. Best Buy has an Apple tech or whatever not there. So they went to Best Buy, and they was not able to fix the phone. But there was a key factor that oh, and before that, let's just say, before that, my daughter was kind of upset because she just recently got this phone. It's not even 3 or 4 months, you know, in with her brand new phone. And so she was kind of upset because they were telling her that she may have to purchase a new phone. And so I was like, in my mind, I was telling her, and I kept telling her, and she was kind of getting upset with me too. But I kept telling her, no, you're not going to have to buy a new phone. They're going to fix it. It's going to get fixed. So I kept that mentality. I kept that I like to call it winning mindset, God mindset. Everything works for me and in my favor. It's going to work out type of mindset. And so they're at Best Buy, and they couldn't fix it either. But there was one thing that she did mention. She said, "Oh, do you have another phone?" And she did. She had another phone because she ported over to this new service, and she started thinking about that. She said because if you poured it over, maybe because the the I messages was not connecting, and so she kept thinking about what the lady said about, do you have another phone? And so when she went home that night, she looked at her phone, and she had turned her old phone, and she turned iMessages off on her old phone. And when she woke up the next day, her messages was on. So just something so like small and simple. So don't get upset. Don't get upset. Just trust that it's going to work out. It's, the universe works so mysteriously and so amazingly that it will work itself out. And so just having faith and trust that it will work out. And so I was like, I told you wasn't gonna have to buy a new phone. And she was like, yeah. She was like, but in the midst of it, she was like, I just didn't want to hear it. I didn't want you to keep saying it. But I was like, I'm trying to implant it in your mind that you're not going to have to buy a new phone. It's going to get fixed somehow, some way, right? Because God, they say, don't ask how. It's just going to, right? And so that's just one example of just unwavering faith and just keeping a positive mindset, not letting the anger or not letting frustration take over. And so I think that we need to pay more attention of the things that are going right in our lives and give gratitude, and then really believe and trust in just really have that winning mindset. Trust what I want to say. Trust what you're saying, or trust the message that you're receiving from the source, from divine source. If if everyone around you, even yourself, is negative, then okay, something's got to give, right? But if someone or something comes in and says, "Listen, everything's going to be all right. Just trust," then listen to that. Listen to that. That's like a message from the source saying that it's going to be okay. Calm down. Stay calm. Stay calm through any situation that you're going through. And again, it's easier said than done sometimes. But when you keep at it, keep practicing at what you're telling yourself, the new script that you're telling yourself, right? The new scenarios, the new way of living, a new way of living, a way of living that is beneficial to you and your surroundings. So you stick to the new to the new way of thinking. Okay, the negative thinking isn't really going to help me or get me anywhere. So I rather have a positive mindset, a mindset that's a winning mindset, a mindset that's going to, that's telling me, listen, everything works for me and in my favor. And when I want something, the entire universe conspires to help me achieve type of mindset. I'd rather have that type of mindset than the negative type of mindset that's not really helping me grow. It's not the negativity. It doesn't really help you grow. It doesn't help you get anywhere successfully, right? It doesn't really help you get anywhere successfully. So just transform. Just transform the way you are thinking. Transform the way you're taking it in and how you're perceiving it. Because the more you stay consistent at it, the more you'll start to notice things moving around in your favor. You've reached a new level of consciousness. You've reached a new level of God consciousness, I like to call it. And it feels so amazing. It feels amazing to know that, yes, everything does work for me and in my favor, and that I trust that it is, and I believe that it is, and I stick with that. And there's so many more uh, things that I could tell you, but I want you to pay attention to what's going on in your life, right? Even if it's the smallest little things, even if it's the smallest little things. There's been so many things that's been going on over here. And, oh, okay, well, I don't want to give too many examples of my life, but there's like with my son too. I just was telling him, like, in the last minute. Sometimes God works at the last minute too, type of thing. Because I know that I sometimes work at the last minute with certain things, and it works out. And it was just, I told him, just pray about it. Pray about your situation. The next day, I made one phone call. They didn't answer. They called me back, and they said, yes, I have what he's looking for. And so he didn't have to be shipped off for 4 years, right? He didn't have to be shipped off for 4 years. He could stay closer to the city that he lives in, closer to family, and it's part-time. It's everything that he was looking for, instead of having to commit to a 4-year contract somewhere. And so, stuff like that. It really works. It really works. Just have faith that God really will open those doors for you. Trust and believe that the doors are being opened. Know exactly what it is that you want. And so that's the thing too, because with that 4-year contract, he didn't really know if that was for him, because he didn't want to be so far away from family and for so long too. And so God opened up a new opportunity, a new door for him, and he prayed about it. I made one phone call, and it was like, okay. So things like that, opportunities will continue to open up for you, and you have to trust and believe that what you're wanting, you can have and you can get. And make sure what you're wanting is something that's going to better yourself, help you with your growth, and just just something that's really good for you and what you're seeking out to accomplish. And let's pull. So we focus on the good. Focus on the good today. That's what we're going to do. Focus on the good. 13:13. So, you are living a life of freedom. Live fully. You've earned it. You've done the work on yourself, within yourself. Yes. And gratitude is so important. Make sure you give gratitude, because it's easy. See, the thing is that good things happen every day, all day, to us and for us. But if you aren't, if you're not focused on that and giving gratitude when it does happen, then it's almost like, okay, so it's like, when you're complaining so much, you only notice the complaining. You don't really notice that there are good things happening in your life. And so you just, when you're focused on the complaining part, you just notice a lot of that. But again, you have the power within yourself, because it's within you, not on the outside of you. It's within you to transform it to something different. Good is happening to you today, every day, all the time. But you have to focus on that good, and you have to make sure you're giving gratitude. What you focus on grows. So instead of focusing on the things that you are complaining about, and you start getting more of that because that's what you're focusing on, start focusing on the good things that's happening. So catch something good happening to you today and say, you know what, let me stop for a moment and really give praises and really give gratitude, because I'm noticing, I'm aware that good is happening to me and for me, and everything works for me and in my favor. Stop for a moment and truly give gratitude for it. And you will start to notice everything changing. Your whole reality starts to bend in your favor for you, and on the things that you are focusing your energy and attention on. So focus on the good, give gratitude. So focus on the solution. You are truly okay. So it says, I am where I truly want to be. I focus on myself. I don't compare myself with others. I am my greatest version. I don't focus on their greatest version. I focus on my greatest version. So I was thinking about that too the other day, about how uh, certain things will work for certain people. Not everything may work the same for others. It all depends on how in tune you are with what it is that, say, like I'm saying, focus on the good. That may not work for you. Because your energy may not be there yet. So it may or may not work for you. Affirmations may or may not work for you. It all depends on where you're at. I believe that all things are possible to those who believe that it is so. That's what I believe. So if you believe that you have this power within you to transform everything, to transform it to what it is that you really want, I believe that it can happen. I believe that it is so for you. But you have to believe it within yourself. You have to trust in your own self, in your own abilities, you have to trust you.